Jim Trafficant stood up and said something about it, and he spent 10 years in prison. Oh yes.
Oh my God.
Everybody that stood up about it.
Law and Order. The guy from Law and Order.
The guy, Michael Moriarty from Law and Order, stood up and said something about it, and he hasn't acted since.
Charlie Sheen said stuff about it. His dad, Martin Sheen, said stuff about it. All kinds of stars have come out about it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Oh my God.
If you speak of the Federal
Henry
Reserve,
Ford said something about it in 1921. The U.S. Army attacked his plant and killed at least 30 of his workers that we know about. They don't know what happened to the rest.
Well,
This
look
is
what
America.
happened to the biggest name out there.
What?
Okay, in what, 1964? Our president, Kennedy?
Kennedy did something about it.
Oh yeah, what did he do?
He got
He
himself
turned it
killed.
off.
But it got turned back on, evidently.
It did as a first official presidential executive order done on Air Force One while his coffin was on the plane. That was Lyndon Johnson's first official act as president.
To reinstitute.
The Federal Reserve. You don't know all this? This is a fundamental basic of understanding American politics. Now I'm going to go through a mathematical formula, one that I also used in my daughter's doctoral thesis to disprove the possibility of evolution, but I'll show you a simple math formula that'll freak you out. Does everybody know the concept of compounding interest and exponential growth?
yeah. Not real well though.
Okay.
No.
So, we're going to do a simple math thing before we take a break, so you understand why this is such a problem. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is halfway through the month. So, this is 1 penny. This is what happens if you double it every day for a month.
Yeah.
You know how much that equals on a 31-day month?
A bunch.
I think it's $6 million. Now think about that for a second.
That's 1 penny?
Yes.
1 penny doubled every day for a month. I'll finish it out. If that's 60.
No, that's okay.
Well, let's go. That's 32.8. That's 65.6. That's 131.2. It's 262.4. Now this is only 19 days into a month, and you see how it gets bigger? What?
A penny double. Started with a penny.
This is 1 penny double.
With a penny double.
Every day on a 31-day month equals $6 million. If somebody says to you, would you rather have $1 million now, or I'll take a penny, double it every day for a 31-day month, and at the end of that 31-day month, I'll give you that amount.
Take it.
No, it's not a penny, it's $1.
Okay, Dan, I don't fucking
think. No, think about what you're saying. Let's just take the first row, for instance. 1 cent, 2 cent, 4 cent, 8 cents.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to take a break. You
32
sit down.
cents, 64
You sit
cents,
down and you do it.
$1.28.
Dan, you're taking the premise that I'm wrong, and every time you do that, you're going to be screwed. I wouldn't tell you this if I hadn't done it a million times. I've done it for a doctoral thesis. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Dude, it's math. People don't get math. People don't understand math at all, and when you do, you'll see that that previous thing that I did, we're screwed for 1,000 years. We can't catch up for 1,000 years. Okay, this is 20 days. So do it 11 more times and see what you come up with. Let's take a cigarette break. Anybody just grab a piece of paper and finish it out. And you'll see it's either 3 million or 6 million. I think it's 3 million on a 30 days, 6 million after the 31st day. You deal with attorneys and you deal with all the other evil shit there is in life. It's a long, drawn-out process. Are you okay?
Me? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing the math.
Oh.
Sorry.
You were right, but
She always gets that look in her. She always gets that look in her face when she does
Well,
that.
yeah, I wasn't looking at you. I was
John
looking
wasn't
kind of
sure
through
that
you.
was capable. He was shocked.
Did anybody complete the math?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's some ridiculous amount. And it's in dollars.
No, that's pennies.
Negative, sir. That is dollars. Pennies are also included.
Guys, stop. Don't know.
Start out with pennies, turn into dollars real quick.
Wow.
Turns into dollars. Jeez.
It's in the dollars, that's 128. That's $1.28.
Yeah, that's $1. And then you've got all these days. You gotta understand math and the human being, and I'm sorry about you guys being human beings and all that. Not my fault. I didn't cause that shit.
I guess I didn't make the decimal point big enough.
The problem that you get is you've been brainwashed for so long, okay, that your perceptions of reality are based on what you've been taught.
Well, then be kind to us because we're
Subhuman.
Yeah, we're
like
sub-you.
yourself.
No,
Well, no, you're human. I didn't say you're sub me, and I'm not saying I'm not human.
Just don't be condescending, John. Alright?
Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I do that, it's not based in arrogance. It's based in what works. Okay? Because you sit there. I've been a teacher on and off most of my adult life. And I see what goes on. You get in that programming mode after about 2 minutes, and it all just flows. And I get your emotions going, and it hits. You either get the kids angry or you get them laughing. But if you don't have any emotion in it, they don't learn nothing. And the condescending aspect is just to get you riled up. So the adrenaline flows, you wake the hell up, and you start learning. This shit's important. And I can't tell you how many times I got to repeat shit. But if I say, wake the fuck up, and then say it, I got to repeat it.
Well, if it's true that presidents have died because of this, God, yeah, it's important.
Yes, but you should know that. I mean, most of the people in here know this. Okay? If you're coming from the workaday America where you honestly believe that there's gold backing dollars, then, you know, and if you were around in the 70s and didn't know that, then you've got to go way back. Because in 71, Nixon opened it up and said, gold's gone. That's why you can start owning gold. He did that to destroy the economy of the rest of the world because everything was based on U.S. dollars, which everybody thought was based on gold. And he's like, he did that to destroy the rest of the world's economy. So you got to have some basic understanding of economics. Not what you were taught, but what the truth is. You know, there again, we can go back to Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln is credited for freeing the slaves. Abraham Lincoln wanted all black people in the United States either executed or sent back to Africa. But you ask anybody, and they'll say he freed the slaves, and it's like, that ain't what he wrote. That ain't what he wrote. He wanted everybody enslaved. So don't go by what you're taught. Go back and read the actual documents.
Yeah.
This is America. Okay? If I told you the Russian government's been lying to its people since day one, you'd go, of course they have. And if I told you the American government's been lying to its people since day one, you'd say, no, they're not. It's like, crap. Yes,
Is that
Steve.
what the Russian people say too, before?
Yes.
Now, John, you're saying that it's a long, drawn-out process, but we've talked in the past about how we don't want to get into a fist fight. We want to get into a jujitsu. So, are we doing things that? Are we playing with them, or do we?
No, let me finish. Okay.
All right.
We want to abbreviate the process up to a certain point. Here's what's happened, though. We know the law. We know judicial procedure. We know the rules of court. Do they follow them?
No.
Okay, so if you're going to ask me the truth, I can tell you the truth. I know the truth. I've taught the truth. That's it. But is there any way that I can know what lie you're going to tell me?
No.
If you're only going to tell me the truth, I can have a response before you open your mouth. But I don't know what lie you're going to tell me. So I have to wait until they give us a lie to be able to break that lie. Now, we've been doing this long enough to where they're pretty much running out of lies. As a matter of fact, they're not even lying anymore. They're just insulting. They're not even bothering to rebut our shit. They're just calling us assholes. More of a dick than an asshole, but what?
I'm good with that.
Mine endorsed himself with Mother Nature.
Yes. Yeah, Ryan said the guy didn't want to write a response because it would take too long and he's trying to save trees. Okay? I did not expect that lie.
I'll give you the paper.
Yeah, I'll send him a ream of paper. I don't care.
You should do that.
There you go.
Is that along the
There, we'll
lines?
ream a lawyer.
Is that along the lines of they need to shorten their responses because of they're just committing so many felonies? I can't shorten my
Exactly.
responses, so.
See, and that's one thing we put in the pleadings. They say, you know, our responses are too long and too complicated, so our response to them, or our reply to them is, hey, if you want a simpler reply, commit less complicated acts of fraud and simpler felonies. Okay? But we've gotten to the point now where we've seen enough of their lies, so we can take all of that and do it all at once. Now, when you look at the original filing, the complaint, there's certain things that have to go in there. The civil cover sheet, the arbitration crap, and all that stuff in the complaint. But we don't need to wait till they do all their bullshit to put everything else in. We can put in the new motion to sequester right with that document. We can put in the Cantrell affidavits right with that complaint. We can put in the Horner document with the complaint. We can do it all at once. I mean, they'll get a stack of papers that thick, but there's no limit on the size of the complaint, plus most of it's exhibits anyways. So, you know, now they've got to answer the complaint, and they've got to, the judge has to respond on the motion to sequester. Because the judge has to respond on that one, not just them. They both got to. So now they've got issues all at once. But see, there again, we do this, we got to find out what lies they're going to say according to the replevin. We've talked in here, and we think we know what lies they're going to say, but are they capable of coming up with better lies?
Oh yeah.
These guys lie for a living. They're very good at it. That's all that they do. So do you really think you're going to be able to figure out all the lies they're going to tell? No. I got to read them first. Do we get why, you know, every day it's something, every time we meet, is there something new here?
Yeah.
What do you think? I'm just shitting that stuff?
No, they are.
No. It comes at me from all sides, and it's like, here's another lie. And every time they give us another lie, it's like, when you operate in truth, truth is very succinct. And I operate in nothing but truth. And most people don't have it. I deal with you people all the time. You guys always lie to me. And I'm sorry, but you do it. You're human beings. You can't help it. It sucks. Okay? But you ask me questions, and there's some kind of lie in there, and I got to beat the hell out of you to get the truth out. And that's... does anybody disagree with that?
No.
Okay? That's the way human beings operate.
Even trying to be discreet, you wind up lying. When you're trying to be discreet.
The Bible tells us all men are liars. And that's one of the times it's inclusive of the female, too.
I thought it was the female.
Okay, now we're going to go into the sexist comments, huh?
Oh, it gets worse, too. The point being, guys, that if it was all about the truth, if it was all about the law, if it was all about rules of court, we'd file one document and win. That's it. But you go to court, court is the continuous process of acknowledging and disavowing lies one after the other. Say whatever you like. If the judges weren't corrupt, we'd win every case.